Let's try something different today. Somebody asked me along the way here what the differences were between a 4003 and a 4001. So what I thought I would do this time is we're just going to kind of go through, and I'm going to play this one for a minute, we'll talk about this one, and then I'm going to go to that one. These basses are extremely different from each other. This one is a 1990 4003 in black jet glow is their color. I have it strung with 30s to 90s, so it sounds plinky. Okay, but still. Also, I have the action strung down pretty low. The strings are just about laying on the frets, because part of what I do is when I'm not doing a review video where I got the trace going and everything's flat, I have other things that I play this through to where it comes out that stands out. There's a record coming out this year that has these on it. You'll see what I mean now. Okay, so that's what this guy sounds like. Again, I can go through these. That's the front pickup with the volume on and the tone all the way on. The back pickup. So with everything set wide open, okay, so that's what this guy sounds like. Pretty clean bass overall, not a whole lot to look at there. No real scratches or dings on it. A couple little rub marks. This is a 1990, so it's almost like new. The one thing that's different about this guitar from a regular 1990 is there's a person who had it for me who was a collector. And they decided they wanted to put the push-pull pot on here. So instead of going, it has the push-pull pot, which means it engages the capacitor on the tone circuit for the back pickup. The old 4001s, kind of like this one, had the tone circuit in there with a 0047 microfarad capacitor, which would basically choke the back pickup. So see now, right about now, it's wide open. Okay, so if I do the same thing and I pull it, okay, so it basically gives a more vintage tone. Okay, your choice if you want to use it or not. I'm partial to having everything wide open. Most of the 4001s that I've owned over the years are wide open also. Yay, fun stuff. Okay, so let's switch basses here. I'm just going to mute this guy. All I'm going to do is just swap. How about that? Instead of making two videos for these things, we'll just make one big one. How about that? That way we can look at and hit the differences and the comparisons in the sound of the two guitars. Okay, quick story on this one. This one was refinished sometime in its life. Don't know who did it. Okay, lots of differences between these two. First off, you can tell right away. Lot more muted. The reason being is because the 90 model has hotter pickups. Rickenbacker made the pickups hotter as we come along in the 4003s. This is a 76 4001. A couple things to be aware of here. This bass was originally white. Somebody along the way decided in their infinite excitement to paint it up in this crazy kind of cool sparkly blue color. When I got it, the pickguard was destroyed. I cleaned everything out. I had to rebuild the back pickup, changed out the pickguard. There's only one place to get these that's real. This bass was originally white with black trim, so underneath the paint there is black binding, and of course the white neck binding. The only thing that I've done differently to this thing that I wouldn't necessarily do to others is I replaced the tailpiece because it was in rough shape with a hip shot bridge. Intonation is spot on, makes it easier for me to adjust. People have their opinions about them, it's fine. No big deal. If you like them, cool. If not, no worries. It's all good, it's your preference. So the other thing I did was I took the capacitor out. So what you get that's the back pickup, and then the front. Okay, the other thing, difference between these, obviously you'll notice the fretboard on this one is lighter wood, and the neck on this one is thicker. I would say, based on how this thing has been done, that somebody liked this thing enough to play it and obviously repaint it, so it has had some use. Frets are a little low. They've been ground down a few times. They've been smoothed over and cleaned up. I still need to get in and tinker with the neck a little bit with the truss rods. And the clicking you hear is me pulling the string. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Obviously they weigh about the same. Other than that, I mean, the bodies are the same, headstocks are the same, necks are different because of profile. Different wood. Looks like this is actually a darker Bobinga, but this thing, like I said, is almost mint. This thing has been through the ringer, but it shows and it plays well. Because it plays well, you know what, I can take this out anyway. Yes, you can play Mark King on a Rick too. Anyway, I hope this helps. For those of you who have asked the questions about the differences, somebody else also asked me a question on the other Rick video. Am I playing with 2 fingers or 3 to play this fast? 2. If I want to play with 3 and do the gallop thing, I like playing with 2. I can play with 3, but 2 is faster. You just got to get the fingers going. If you have any questions about this video or you want to talk about these basses, cool. Send me a message, PM, whatever you need to do, it's all good. Otherwise, take some time away from the computer, play your bass. Rock on. Until next time.